Welcome to Drew Pearson Live. I am the original number 88 Drew Pearson, and we are looking forward to another really exciting show for you today. One of the anchors of the great Cowboys offensive line, Ronald Leary, is in the house right here at Drew Pearson Live. Plus, we chat with the lovely Courtney Cox about her new movie, Just Before I Go. And we'll also be joined by the South American author and coach, Dr. Luis Gavilla. First, here's your Dallas Sports Report. The Dallas Cowboys managed to pull off another big move after the draft by signing free agent La'el Collins. Collins, thought by many to be the best offensive lineman in the draft, went undrafted after an off-the-field issue arose, but he was cleared shortly after the draft, and the Cowboys jumped right on him. The Texas Rangers continue their roller coaster season after a sweep of the division-leading Houston Astros last week. Pitching has been solid, while the bats have been somewhat inconsistent. They hope to get help from Josh Hamilton because he started his rehab stint in AAA and may join the team soon. He can help the Rangers? I don't know, but only time will tell. The Dallas Mavericks are working to figure out what they can do in free agency. Word is they are eyeing former Dallas native LaMarcus Aldridge, whose contract with Portland is up. It'll be certainly the big free agent signing of the offseason if they can pull it off. Sportsweek is next. That guy Matt Thornton from the Dallas Entertainment Journal, he's already at the sports desk. I'll be joining him in a minute, so stick around because Drew Pearson Live starts, right about now. Hut, hut.
Drew Pearson Live is brought to you by Whataburger. The Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club is a tangy twist on a tasty classic. Enjoy it while you can, only at Whataburger.
All right, welcome back to Drew Pearson Live. Now I'm joined at the sports desk with my man, Matt Thornton from the Dallas Entertainment Journal. Matt, good to see you again.
Good to see you, Drew.
Great job last week on the draft panel show. Way to break it down for us, and appreciate your input there.
Thank you. I had a great time and a lot of good feedback. I think Cowboys Nation was excited to hear about the draft, so I appreciate you having me on. It's really fun.
Right.
Really fun.
So when we did the show, we didn't know La'el Collins were going to fall right into the Cowboys' lap. So now it looks like they have 3 number 1 draft picks. What a coup for the Cowboys this year's draft.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I mean, unbelievable. The rich get richer,
yes.
right? And I'm telling you, Jerry is just doing his thing, and he got 3 first-round picks with only a 27th round pick, frankly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. And, you know, the reason he fell out, he was linked to a murder investigation, obviously.
Right. They cleared that up.
They cleared it up, and what they found was that, you know, he really didn't have any involvement in it whatsoever.
Right.
So there was a little bit of a knee-jerk reaction from the NFL, and at the end of the day, they got this incredible offensive tackle who, frankly, could be a Jeremy Parnell replacement, and a lot of people believed he was a top tackle in this draft. So, I mean, again, you know, just absolutely amazing. Yeah. Absolutely amazing.
Well, see, they got the offensive line in place. You know, the starters are there. We're going to have Ron Leary on the show later. But this will give them a lot of depth in that offensive line. And you know, going through the course of the season, Matt, you're going to need that depth somewhere along the line.
You really will. And, you know, I believe, and I think you've said this too, the NFC East is won in the trenches. That's how you win the NFC East. And so they have got that offensive line trench. I don't see a lot of teams pushing them around the NFC East.
No, I don't see that either. I don't think they're going to go for a running back. I think their confidence with Joe Randall has gone up, Joseph Randall. And I think he'll step in and do a good job, along with Darren McFadden. Have a combination there at running back because they both bring different styles. But running behind that offensive line, I believe you, Matt Thornton, can gain over 1,000 yards behind.
I'm not sure I want to try that, test that theory. But
I don't want to see you try it either.
But I think you're right. I really do. I think you're right. I think you and I would you know, strap on the pads and go at it. So, you know, north-south, give me a hole and I'll run through it. Right?
Amen.
So,
amen. Let's switch gears a little. Texas Rangers, they've been still up and down. They had a nice sweep against, as we mentioned, in the opener against the Houston Astros. But it's still win a couple, lose a couple. The pitching has been inconsistent. And, of course, the bats have been inconsistent. They're starting to heat up now. But they're talking about bringing Josh Hamilton back. He's in AAA now. You think he can add something to that lineup when he does return to the Texas Rangers?
Yeah, to your point, I don't think they can get much worse. I mean, at this point, Prince Fielder, he's top 10 in batting average, so he's doing a great job. Josh Hamilton comes in. Now, he struggled a little at AAA Round Rock with his bat, but it's like he's in spring training at this point. So you got to give him a little bit of time to come back and to get his swing back. But when he comes in, I think he's going to make a positive impact. And his defense, actually, right now, his defense, they're saying, is as good as it was before.
Absolutely.
So he can patrol that field, that outfield out there.
And speaking of defense, my man, Adrian Beltre.
Yeah.
Man, he's starting to hit the ball. As a matter of fact, he's probably had the best hands in the Metroplex since Drew Pearson, right?
Oh, I don't know. Listen. I don't know that I would question your hands at all. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'd take your hands over many other hands,
But
frankly.
this guy can pick a ground ball up, and his arm and his accurate throws to first and even second to start those double plays has just been unbelievable. And he has to hit because he's the face of this baseball team.
Yeah.
And he has to be that leader. And to be that leader, he has to be productive.
Exactly. And he's getting some home runs. He's doing a good job. And the other guy that's coming back is Sin-Shu Chu is now back, and he's on a nice hit streak as well. Yeah. So the bats are starting to come around a little bit, I think.
I think so.
As you said in the beginning. So
yeah, they still got a shot. The division still seems to be wide open. It's very inconsistent as far as all the teams in that division.
Very much so.
We'll see how it pans out,
Yeah.
and we're looking in to see how Josh fits in with these current Texas Rangers.
Exactly.
Let's talk a little soccer.
Hey,
man, FC Dallas, that's your thing, huh?
Man, I love soccer. I grew up playing soccer, and I'll tell you, FC Dallas is tearing it up right now. They're 6 wins, 2 losses, 2 ties, and their forward Blas Perez is scoring. I mean, he is just scoring goals. That's what he does.
Yeah.
He's top 10 in the league in scoring, and then Fabian Castillo is another forward. He's top 3 in assists.
Wow.
So this team can score on anyone. They can score on anyone, and it's a fun venue out there at Toyota Stadium in Frisco.
Yes.
And they're just doing a great job as a team. Really exciting to watch them these days.
Right on. And they're drawing good crowds out there.
They are.
They still get a lot of people know they're here, but they don't get a lot of publicity and support. And hopefully with this show and you mentioning that, they'll get some fans out there to support FC Dallas, right?
I hope so. They're good people.
Quickly, the Mavericks, man. What are they going to do, man? All these free agents, 11 free agents on the roster. So we're going to see a new roster for next season.
I think you're right. With the Rajon Rondo blow-up that we had, he's gone now. Is Monte Ellis coming back?
Right.
That's a question. Who are they playing at center? The center at the end of the day, they've got a great center in Chandler.
Yeah.
But is he going to move on? Can they replace him? A lot of questions on this Mavericks roster for sure.
It'd be tough to see Chandler go again.
It would be heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Yeah.
Well, right on, Matt. Good stuff, man.
Hey, thanks.
Appreciate your input, insight, and sports opinions.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
That's Matt Thornton. He's with the Dallas Entertainment Journal. You can check him out at DallasEntertainmentJournal.com. Coming up later on Drew Pearson Live, Cowboys' own Ron Leary. He joins the show. But first, time out for our Dallas Movie Minute with our man, Paul Salpin, who had a chance to catch up with the beautiful Courtney Cox about her new movie, Just Before I Go. We'll be right back with DPL after this.